Right, hi guys, and welcome to another Rider Alarms help video. In this video we are going to go through the installation and setup process of Dahua's new software, which is Smart PSS Lite. This software is designed to replace the old Smart PSS. Now the problem with the old Smart PSS was if you had, let's say, a domestic customer or somebody who's not tech savvy in any shape or form, that software could be quite scary on your PC and desktop because it had a lot of powerful features in there which they were never going to use, and obviously that looks quite scary to the person that's uneducated in this sort of software. So the good thing is Dahua's replaced with the Smart PSS Lite, which is streamlined just to show the customer what they need. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Dahua's wiki page. If we just go to Google search and type in Dahua Smart PSS Lite, that'll come up with their search at the top, which is Dahua Wiki. Click Smart PSS Lite and that'll take you to that page. So on this page it's quite useful. It's got written instructions and step-by-step spec guides and things like that along here. Because it still does an awful lot, but obviously we can simplify what we need it to do. User manual, access control manual, attendance manual, spec sheets, and then you've got the download option. Now at the moment of this video, this is only available for Windows desktops or laptops. It's not available for Mac devices as yet, but they're still using the old Smart PSS, but eventually that will replace that, and there'll be a link up here that says Mac software. Just due to the way the Macs work, it's worth just reading the spec sheet. So the process will be very similar, barring a couple of security features that are in the Mac devices which Windows doesn't have. So in this instance we're going to go to download, click that option there and it will start the download icon in the top corner. Let that finish and essentially we can just go to the download tab. I've done it already before, so I can just double click that and that will start the installation process. So you've got Smart PSS Lite, we want English. I have read the software agreement, nobody ever reads it. I would like a desktop shortcut added to my desktop, which is great, and then we can just click install. We can then come out of the Dahua wiki page and just leave it on here. This then starts installing all the bits and bobs that it needs to function in your PC. Takes a few seconds from there, so it's pretty good. But while you're doing this, you need to grab your serial number for any devices that you want to add to it, so NVR or any P2P devices that you have available, such as PTZs, things like that have that P2P function built into them. So essentially we want to click finish because we've installed that, and then we've also got a nice lovely new icon on the desktop essentially. So we're going to double click that and that opens up and it gives you just to click on what you need. So you've got video monitor, which is your NVRs and stuff like that, access control, attendance if you've got that functionality, and then video intercom. So it's still a very powerful bit of software, but in this instance, and pretty much 90% of my customers are just going to have the video monitor option, so we can just click that, click OK, and then you've got the license agreement. So again, read them thoroughly, that nobody ever does. Second one, read that thoroughly, absolutely. And then you come to the first sort of instructional bit that you need to have. So you've got your password. So this can be anything you want it to be, and this is for the app password on your desktop. And then the most important bit of this bit is to click this auto login after registration. Otherwise you'll have to remember that password and put it in every time you want to open that app. So click that, click next. This bit again I find useless. I don't know why they put it in there as a feature, because if you did forget your password, the easiest way to do this is just to uninstall it and reinstall it again. That's the easiest way to do it. So complete that and that'll take you to the first page. It'll ask you if you want to join the experience improvement program. I don't think so. And then essentially you've got the overview here. So because I've only ticked NVR, you've got live view and playback on there, which is all you need really, because there's another tip which I'll show you at the end of this where you can go to the full functionality of the NVR through this software as well. A lot simpler than you could on the other one. So in this instance you've got live view, which obviously takes you the video feed of your cameras and your NVR. Playback is obviously the search option, and along the bottom you've got your devices, which is if you've got multiple NVRs or if you've got NVR and a PCZ that you want to access, you can add them on separately on here. Log search is obviously shows you the logs for the NVR. Event config is obviously if you want to config events, you know, AI features and stuff like that. And then you've got your user manual. So the user manual is quite useful as well. You can click on it at any point you want and just scroll down to it. Whereas if you remember on Smart PSS, it was hidden away a little bit to find that, so it was always a bit annoying. So across here, then you've got your users for whoever's logged into it, system, where you can switch solutions, but you can just ignore all that, to be fair, because you're not going to use any of it. So the first thing we want to do is we need to add a system to this. So there's two ways of doing it. You can either do it correct method, which is click the add, and then you can either add the IP or domain name, or you can go to serial number in there. The other thing you can do from here, if you're a bit lazy, so if you've got a fixed desktop in your house that's not a laptop, you can just click auto search. And auto search, it searches for any Dahua products within the network, and then you can just click them and add them into here instead. That's the fastest way, but you can't do it that way on a laptop for the simple reason that while the laptop's within your network, yes, this will work and it will show the stuff, but if you go to somebody else's house or away from your home, you're not in the network anymore, so it can't see these devices. So it's always better to do it the proper way, which is the P2P method. So that's the serial number for the device that you're adding. So we can click add there, call the device whatever we want to do it, so let's say home CCTV for example. Click serial number, and then it asks you for the serial number, which is that big long number. Obviously it's all in capitals, and then your username for that device and the password for that device. And then from there you just click add and continue, and then that drops that into this main bar here, and it'll take a couple of seconds to come online, which it has done there. So that's dead good. It takes a couple of seconds longer for this cog to light up as well. So while it's doing this, yes, the system's online, but now it's downloading the configuration, and that cog should go the same colour as these surrounding icons in a minute. There you go. That's a really useful cog, that which we'll talk about in a second. So if we just click out devices and go back to the home page, we can then double click the live view. There's my home CCTV, and I can select whichever cameras I want to click onto there. And there you go, that's the home CCTV. So it shows you AI presets depending on how you've got it configured and stuff like that. But essentially, that's live view, which is brilliant. And then if we go to search or playback, again you can select whichever camera you want to look at. All videos, mainstream, today for example, we can click search, and then this today's recordings for that particular camera. Perfect. So like I say, for user functionality, this is so simple to operate. It looks so nice and slick, and like I say, the best thing about it is it's very easy to use. Now when I go back to the cog that I was talking about a second ago, we go back down to devices, and then here's your system here, and then you can click that cog, and what that will do is that will take you straight to the NVR login page. So now this is like I'm sat in front of the NVR with a screen, and I want to log into the NVR directly, and click login. We don't need to remember that, and here we go. This is it takes you straight to the NVR menus, and then you've got live, search, your AI functionality and programming, everything as though you're plugged directly into the NVR, which is brilliant. Obviously this functionality depends on your network, so if you're away from the house, for example, logging into your home, if you've got poor upload speed, this is going to be a problem for you. But that's essentially the web page for that, which is awesome. The functionality of this is so simple in operation, so brilliant. I hope this helped, and please give us a subscription if you like this for any more videos that's coming up.